Hey Jasper Nation, thank you so much for tuning in to the Jasper Sports Network. We're here inside the Morrow broadcast studio. Connor Giblin alongside first-year head coach of Manhattan Baseball, Mike Cole. Mike, thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Connor.
Pleasure to have you. Second tenure here at Manhattan College after you were a coach back in the 2000s. Tell me why you decided to come back to Manhattan College.
Manhattan has always been a special place to me. I enjoyed the 4 years that I was here from 2005 to 2008. Obviously, as a baseball coach, your ultimate goal is to become a head coach. And when the opportunity arose at Manhattan, I jumped. I was excited about getting the job. I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to get us back to where we belong in the MAC.
With the roster that you have right now, when you first came in here and saw these guys practice, who jumped out to you the most?
Obviously, Fabian Pena. I've coached in the league the last 5 years at Fairfield, so I've had the opportunity to coach against Manhattan and to see them, up close and personal. But the biggest thing with Fabian is I knew he was a great player, but he's a great kid. He works hard. He shows up to practice every day. But his personality makes us better as a team.
He's a preseason All-MAC catcher. He's been listed as a top MAC prospect on a couple of baseball websites. What are your expectations for him on the field this year?
The biggest thing that we've stressed to Fabian is to be himself. He's gotten a lot of early season accolades, which is due to his success in the past. And he's a great player, and we just want Fabian to be himself, not put too much pressure on himself. But we expect big things. He's going to be a middle-of-the-order hitter for us. He does a great job controlling our pitching staff. And, he's one of the premier players in our conference, and we expect him to have a big year.
You mentioned that middle-of-the-order bat. How comfortable do you feel with that part of the lineup with him and other guys like Matt Forlow?
Pretty strong. I think our lineup is very deep. Right now, playing against Stetson on Friday night, Matty Forlow will probably hit behind Fabian in that 4-hole. And he's an all-conference player last year. He's been tremendous for us. He's going to play shortstop. But again, Matty is just like Fabian. I expect big things out of Matty Forlow this season.
Bats seem deep. How about on the pitching side? What are some guys that we should watch out for?
Joe Jakes right now has established himself as our #1 guy, and he's going to get the ball on Friday night down at Stetson. Joe has been a huge surprise to me. I was always impressed with Joe, but I didn't realize how good Joe Jakes really is. And the biggest thing this fall and into the winter is trying to get Joe Jakes to realize how good he is. So we expect big things out of Joe. Nick Massa will get the ball in Game 2 on Saturday. Nicky's a sophomore that had a great summer, and it's carried over into the fall. I think Nick's going to have a great year for us.
What aspects of their game make them such talented pitchers?
Well, Joe, obviously, being left-handed always helps. But Joey's an upper 80s guy. He's touched low 90s this fall and this winter, but he has some serious two-seam movement, which is tough on right-handed hitters, and it's also tough on left-handed hitters. But he has that slurvy type breaking ball. He has pro stuff, and the biggest thing for Joe is just to command the strike zone and attack hitters.
You mentioned it before. First weekend series coming up, Stetson University to open up the season down in Florida, even though the weather's just starting to get warm here in Manhattan. Right. I guess you have to get some warmer weather for you. But one of the more talented teams in the A-Sun, at least it looks like on paper. What's the method towards getting some good wins over there?
Obviously, the beginning part of our schedule is going to be challenging. And we're looking forward to getting out of the gym and getting into some good weather. But as a coach, I want to put our guys in as many pressure situations as possible. So the matchup on Friday night, we're going to see one of the top right-handed pitchers in the country. But I think it'll be good for our team to see where we're at, what we need to work on. But with that being said, we're going down there to win. And that's the mentality that I want our guys to have. When we get off the bus, we're ready to play. But the biggest thing going down there is just to play fundamentally sound baseball. I want to see our guys throw strikes, attack the strike zone offensively, not try and do too much. stay in the strike zone and not chase. And the biggest thing is defensively, just to make the routine play. You know, we always talk about dominating the routine play. So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a great challenge, and you know, hopefully we come back with a couple wins.